Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I did the Anne Heche auto writing, and it was quite revealing and a little bit disturbing. And I want to do a bit of a follow up with it in the sense that Anne was adamant that the women in Hollywood were worse than the men, and that they actually were evil. So I thought I'd ask the cards if they could give us a little bit more information. I mean, we all know about Harvey Weinstein and the Me Too movement. We know what's going on with P. Diddy, and we know there's the casting couch and whatnot. I want to see if the cards can flesh out for us about women in Hollywood and what's going on. She emphasized that there's a lot of grooming going on, and she named some names. And so I have to say allegedly for entertainment purposes only, full disclaimer down below. And let's just see if we can flesh out what exactly is going on with the ladies in Hollywood. And she said it was the strong, powerful ladies that were the problem, and that they were the ones who climbed to the top. And she said, you do not climb to the top in that man's world without playing along. Spiritual cleanse. Spiritual cleanse. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. The past. The past. Obsession. First man that's shown up. Let go. Ooh, the clock. Okay. I think with this spiritual cleanse, let me move this in closer so you can see the detail on the cards. I think that with this spiritual cleanse, what I picked up from that immediately is that first they tell you to let go of your religion. So, for example, if you come in as a Christian, they try and knock that out of you in some respects, possibly bring you into their religion, which could be Scientology, could be black magic, that kind of thing. So I think that what the spiritual cleanse here is, whatever preconceived notions you come in with, Catholic, Christian, or whatever it may be, they then make sure they knock that out of you so you don't have any objections saying, well, you know what, tarot card readings against my religion, and they kind of convince you that that's not true. And I'm not saying tarot card reading is black magic. I'm just giving an example just because that's what we're doing. So perfect timing. So I think the perfect timing in here, interesting, these are ladies. I think the perfect timing is they see a struggling actress. Maybe, she's got some minor roles, and then the groomer comes along and says, you know what, I can get you out of these minor roles, and I know some friends, and starts to groom them. And, so they've got to catch them right at that perfect timing before they've had any big roles, but they've had a few, so that there's that sweet spot that they know they're just about there, but they just need that one leg kind of up. And so the perfect timing comes in. Now, here with the past, I think what they do is that then they threaten them with their past. So they come in with this perfect timing, they groom them. Perhaps they've been to some parties, perhaps they've done some things that they wouldn't be proud of because of their religion or their family back home or whatever. And now they can hold that over their head. They've got pictures of them doing things, perhaps with doing drugs, doing, embarrassing sexual things, perhaps, and now they're holding them with the past. And this obsession, look at, now we have the female groomer with the male here. And so the female then brings in the young girl, brings them up to the studio executives and whatnot. And these guys are the pigs. So these are the wicked ones, and these are the pigs. And I think this obsession with young girls, in particular. I don't think we're talking about young boys in this situation, although young boys could be. But I'm talking about the women who groom the young girls, and then get them up to the men, and then let go, and then they're just, after they're used up, just like this leaf has no more use and old and wrinkly, they are let go. So this shows us the grooming situation completely. Family on top of perfect timing. Yeah, these groomers then become your family. And like I mentioned in Anne's, Ellen was her only lesbian relationship. And actually it brought a lot of distance between Anne's real family because of her upbringing, Christian upbringing, and then Ellen became her family. And that was her only lesbian relationship. Every other relationship that Anne had was heterosexual. So stand your ground on the past. Ooh, family, stand your ground. Karma on the man, on the obsession, karma. So I think that uh, these poor girls did whatever they could, stand your ground, so that those pictures weren't released to their family. So I don't know, like, there's so much you can do with AI now. I mean, that might not be as much of an issue, but when there wasn't AI, I mean, sure, there was Photoshop, but I mean, would they threaten by sending nude pictures to your family, to your mom and dad, to your uncles, to your grandparents? You doing cocaine off of some girl's breast or something? And then stand your ground. I'm pretty sure this is saying, okay, I'll do what I need to do to protect myself, to protect my past, to protect my family from this. And then look at this karma on this obsession with these young girls, and grooming them, and creating chaos in their life. Luck and friends. They might think, how lucky am I? This amazing star wants to help me out. Or we could also have luck and friends, meaning that eventually they create their own circle of friends and escape this. Let's see what the last card is. Oh yeah, decision. So either they leave Hollywood, right? This luck and friends, they lucked out. They talked to their friends, they made a decision, and they left before they were OD'd, right? Like a Brittany Murphy, for example. There's many. Whitney Houston's daughter, right? So with luck, you have strong friends who pull you out of there, and you make a decision. I'm quitting Hollywood. Look at some of the Mackenzie Phillips, for example. She made a decision that, ended her life, and Dana Plato, I believe, and there's all sorts of young girls. So if they're lucky, they have strong friends, and they come out of it. They decide to leave Hollywood, to leave it all behind. Let's see what's the underlying here. Partnership. Stuck. Look at that. Envy. Love. Past life. And abundance. Okay, so look at this. Love, past life, partnership, envy, stuck. I think this is some of the partnerships that they make you have as a beard, for example, right? It's a partnership that you're supposed to look like you're in love, that people would envy, but you're stuck with each other. It's a contract because abundance, you want to make the money. You want to make the money, but yet you might have a crush on somebody else. Commitment, abandonment, and missing you. Karmic connection. So once these girls get into this and they make a commitment, I think they make a commitment to the abundance, to the money. I think, though, once they're abandoned, they realize what they're missing. But here's the sad thing, they've now created their own karma. Perhaps they have then brought somebody in under them, right? Maybe that's part of the deal here. This partnership, now you're stuck. You have to bring somebody else in. And there's the commitment I think this is the commitment to becoming a star. You think of all the stars that have bowed out of Hollywood, way younger than, mind you, though, they've got the pile of money and maybe they just don't need that shit anymore. But there's something here. There's definitely a karmic connection. I think possibly some of these girls gave up like their real partnership. They saw the big money, and then they realized money doesn't keep them warm at night, and they're in these fake relationships to maintain the facade, and they're actually missing quite a normal life. I'm trying to think. Oh, Cameron Diaz, she just quit, right? She's another one, but I think she's in a committed relationship now. But she was like everywhere, and then all of a sudden she's like, "No, I'm done. I'm done." But they create some kind of karma for themselves. Business venture, success, and a contract. Yeah, this is nothing but a deception. Can you see that? This is nothing but a business venture contract that brings them castles. So they're trading their karma for money and success. This is like it's a real business, grooming these girls and then making them have fake relationships, getting them hooked into the money. Yeah, building castles in the air. They live in big, beautiful homes. This is strictly a business venture. They have success. So this is the Oscars. Think of this trophy here: Oscars, Emmys, Golden Globes. They have a contract for that. You play along with us. It's another female. You play along with us, and we'll make you a star. You might have to do some, things that are against your values for this money and these rewards, this contract that you have. And you might, and one day they'll kick you to the curb and you actually might be missing the person that you really love, or you gave up the person that you really love, or the family that you really love for money. And think of the karma that you have now grabbed onto. And you even think this envy card, you think, oh, if I could just be Jennifer Aniston and make $400 million and live in a beautiful home and have a beautiful body. And I think you become, envy is one of the 7 deadly sins, and there's a reason why. Interesting, we have past life and karmic connection. So I wonder, if there is something here, balancing books or it's going to take a couple of lives to fix this. But yeah, they reel them in and promise them all kinds of things. But I think ultimately they hand them to the men at the top. This obsession. I think ultimately they do. And I think they have these fake, who I'm thinking of right now is Taylor and Travis, have a fake relationship to cover up what's really going on. Right? I did that reading, and that relationship is hiding who she's really with. Is she one of them? I don't know. Cards haven't really said anything. So they're basically saying how they get the girls involved and how they get them hooked, and the contracts that they make. I think the ones that you see that win the trophies and whatnot, maybe the trophies are for how many girls you bring in. Right? But yeah, once you're old and wrinkled and they have no more use for you, and you have to remember old and wrinkled and that's 40 in Hollywood. Washed up. That's why I'm getting washed up. That's around the age of 40. They just let you go. Deception. So yeah, there we go. The cards are actually pretty explicit how it runs. So all those relationships you see and you see a divorce after a couple of years or whatever, those are just contracted. Those are just because they're stuck. I think some of them are to protect the men from being outed as gay and protect the women from what's really going on in their life. So it shows they're quite normal people, and none of this is going on in the background. They're just a married couple. And this is saying it's not. It's all for money. It's all a show. It's all a movie. Thank you very much for watching. What do you think? Do you think the women are the worst? Think it's evil what they're doing? Or are they giving opportunity to young girls? Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.